Can I?
Hi, Whynot here from Whynot Adventures. Today we got two guest speakers. We have Miranda and Blue over there, who's going to probably come in and out because he wants to play. Anyway, today we're doing a question and answer period, and Miranda was kind enough to ask me a bunch of questions that I'll do my best to answer. So no further ado, we'll pass it on to Miranda.
Awesome. Let's get started, Kyle. So, first off, John Gallman asks, what is your base weight?
My base weight is 30 pounds, and what a base weight is the weight of your pack without food and water. So with that being said, my pack is about 30 pounds right now. Once I add that food and water, I expect it to be closer to 40 pounds.
All right, great stuff. Now he also asks, what kind of trail magic do you love the most?
Well, first off, what's trail magic? You're probably all asking. Trail magic is random acts of kindness on the trail that people do. So usually it's food or water. For my favorite type of trail magic is food, because I love food. And what kind of food do I love? Anything without nuts.
What is your preferred brand or type of beer?
I like IPAs and craft IPAs preferred. Sometimes cider.
Great choice. Neil Livingstone asks, what is your game plan for handling temporary misdiversion, loneliness, and a PTSD-induced crisis?
That's a good question. So misdiversion? It's pretty much misdirection. I probably meant to type out, but it's just meaning you get disoriented based on direction. And to deal with that, if I do come across it, it's just to stop, calm down, and look at a compass to get my direction. The second question was loneliness. I don't think I'll have to worry too much about loneliness because I'm going to be on the trail and there's about 60 people starting at the same time I am. But if it is an issue, I'll just keep hiking until I get to a group of people who will be around. And a PTSD crisis, I'll probably just calm down, get a hold of a friend or a colleague or a family here back home, talk through it, and keep hiking.
Awesome.
And if I do have to get off the trail because of a PTSD crisis, I'll go into the town first, take it 0, see how that goes. If it's not better, I'll call home and arrange for a way back home. If I have to get off the trail because of my health, I will get off the trail, but I don't think that's going to be an issue.
Awesome. Now, Rhiannon Tuttle William asks, what are you most looking forward to and hoping to see on your journey?
I'm most looking forward to hiking through the Great Smoky Mountains, the Shenandoah River, and what I'm hoping to see the most, besides beautiful mountaintops, is I would really like to see elk. I heard there's elk in the Great Smoky Mountains. I don't know how true that is, but if I see elk, I'll be happy. Or deer. Maybe a bear.
Very cool. Do you carry bear spray?
No, I have a bear canister instead to keep my food in. On this trail, on the Appalachian Trail, bears aren't overly a big problem because they're all black bears, and most of them they're more scared of you than you are of them. If I was hiking one of the bigger ones out west, like the Pacific Crest Trail or the Continental Divide Trail, I would probably carry bear spray because there's grizzlies out there.
Safety first.
Yep. But I do have a bear bell.
Okay.
So I will make lots of noise while I'm hiking, or I'll sing random songs if by myself.
Perfect. Sounds like a plan. Now, Diane Scott asks, how many states will you be hiking through, and what are those states?
I believe it's 14 states. It is Georgia, North Carolina, Tennessee, Virginia, West Virginia, Maryland, Delaware, Pennsylvania, New Jersey, New York, Connecticut, Vermont, New Hampshire, Maine.
All right, good stuff. She also asked, what is a Nero and what is a zero?
So a Nero and a zero are it's kind of the same thing. It's how long you're off trail. So a Nero means you've gone off to get do laundry, do some shopping, shower, and it's only for a night. So you like hiked not a full day, and not the full day the next day. You take the night off like at a hostel or hotel. Zero means you're taking a full day off and you're staying at a hostel or hotel for 2 nights.
Okay, learned something new. Diane also asks, How much weight do you expect to lose on the trail?
I expect to lose about 30 to 34 pounds, but we might do a random 50-50 to see who can get the closest to weight.
Mm-hmm. Martin Schneider. I think he's a friend of yours out west, eh?
Correct.
He asked, what is your favorite piece of gear?
My favorite piece of gear, that's a good question. My tent. It's going to be my home for 6 months.
Awesome. Teresa Nefox Rule asks, what are your pit stop plans?
My pit stop plans are every 3 to 5 days to go into a town to get more food and just relax for a couple hours.
Good plan. And curious, why did you pick a blue shirt as they attract mosquitoes?
Originally I was going to wear the blue shirt for hiking because I like blue. But I've decided to go with this tannish one for hiking and use the blue one for in town.
Okay, perfect. Is 3 days of food all that you will need?
No, originally I was going to go with 3 days of food in my bag at a time, but I'm probably going to carry more like 5 days of food at a time. And when I go into a town to resupply, I'll get more food. So at all times it'll be 5 days of food. Better safe than sorry. Better safe than sorry.
Yep. Janet Wright asks, what do you expect to be the most scenic part of your travels?
Probably the Great Smoky Mountains. From what I've been told, they are, and the presidentials in New Hampshire.
Okay. And tell me, what are you going to do to deal with exhaustion on your travels?
Exhaustion? If I'm exhausted, I'm just going to take breaks. You know, in the military, we usually did, for every hour we hiked, we took 5 to 10 minutes off. So I'll probably do quite similar on this.
Perfect. John Batts asks, what will be the hardest part physically and mentally? 2 parts.
Well, John, I'm sorry your last name was messed up. It's Bots.
Sorry, John.
And to answer that question, which was?
What will be the hardest part physically and mentally?
Physically, I'm not too worried about the physical problem because it's just one step in front of the other. And when I get tired and need a break, I'll just break. The mental part's what scares me because I do suffer from mental health issues. But it's just one day at a time. If I have to take 1 minute at a time, I'll take 1 minute at a time. You know, pick attainable goals like get to the next shelter is 5 miles. I could do that. Then reevaluate.
Baby steps. Awesome. Mike Kotz asks, how far ahead do you plan your 0 days, and do you have a weekly mileage goal?
For how far advanced do I plan my zeros? Pretty much every time I get to a town, I plan my next town visit or town stop. And when I'm planning that, I'll decide if I'm going to take a Nero or a 0. Now, when I get there, I might have planned for a Nero, but I might change it to a 0 depending on how exhausted I am. So it's really kind of hit or miss. I could plan now exactly where I'm going to stop and all that. But you got to listen to your body. You can't push yourself too far and let your body fall apart. And for the second part of that question was...
Do you have a weekly mileage goal?
I don't really have a weekly mileage goal. Started out, I want to do anywhere from 8 to 12 miles a day. And then just slowly increase it over time.
Perfect. Tim Scott asks, what is an R value, and is higher or lower better?
I'm not 100% what an R value is. I wrote it down and I can't find my note for it. But it's from what I remember correctly, and if I'm wrong, I'll put it in the comments below. But R value is the material that reflects the heat back, and higher is better.
Okay.
I think. Now, I'll put the correct answer in the comments below.
Perfect. Tristan Toma asks, would you rather fight 10 duck-sized humans or 1 human-sized duck? Valid.
10 human duck-sized humans.
Yeah.
I would take those because they're small. I can step on them. Okay, so.
Good stuff. My question, what is the average time it takes to complete the AT, and how long do you expect to take to finish it?
Normally the trail takes anywhere from 5 to 7 months, depending on how fast you go. I'm budgeting for 6 months. If it takes me less, great. If it takes me a bit more, that's all right.
Okay, super. Sounds like you're flexible and going with the flow.
Yep.
Next, we have just a few random questions. Can you tell me what is Soldier On?
So yes, Soldier On, it's a fundraiser I'm doing for this hike. But what it is an organization that's there for ill and injured veterans and helps them get physically active again through camps and grants.
Mm-hmm. And why are you hiking the AT, Kyle?
I'm hiking it to prove to myself that I can still accomplish something with my life. As I'm retired from the military, I need something, a goal to say, and I've wanted to hike this trail since I got out. And I thought it was finally time. The world's already negative enough. We need some positivity in it.
Awesome. What a great goal. And what is the highest elevation you will be at on the trail?
Well, that's in the Great Smoky Mountains. It's called, oh my god, I just had it. Kilman Dome, I think. I'll leave the name in the description as well. But it's 6,643 feet above sea level.
Oh, wow.
And it's in the Great Smoky Mountains.
So highest elevation, but the prettiest views.
Unless it's rainy or snowy.
Let's hope the weather's good that day.
Agreed.
And will you be hiking with yourself the whole time?
I'm going to start off by myself, but as there's so many people starting, I'm at the beginning of the bubble, per se. The bubble is when most people start hiking north. I should meet people along the way and become friends with them, and it will always change because people get on and off the trail all the time.
Perfect. And where exactly does the trail start and where does it finish?
Well, it starts out Mount Springer, Georgia, which is north-ish of Atlanta, about an hour from Atlanta. And it finishes at Mount Katahdin, Maine, which is right beside Millinocket, I believe.
Okay. What are your future hiking goals, Kyle?
Right now, I'm just trying to concentrate on this hike, but I wouldn't mind. I got a book full of hikes that I want to do around the world, so there's no shortage of hikes. And at the end of this trail, I'll probably have another one or two I'll start working on, getting ready for.
Awesome. And tell me, who inspired you to start hiking?
That's who started inspiring me. Well, the first person I did was Darwin on the trail, and then I got a bunch of other YouTubers like Neil Takes a Hike and Oz the Hiking Sailor. They all helped me get interested in hiking and all that. But it all just started by me doing a Google search of civilian-related activities that's like the military. So I was trying to find something that was similar to the military that I could do. I'm sorry my dog's freaking out, but that's okay. And I came up with that.
Awesome. And what will you miss the most while you're on the trail?
My dog Blue, the thing that was just barking.
No doubt. What are you taking for luxury items?
I got a fluffy pillow that compacts about this.
Cool.
So I'm taking that, and I'm taking an e-reader, a Kindle book, because if I needed to unwind or something like that, I like to read, so I'll read a page or two a day if I have to.
Awesome. Are there any pieces of gear you would replace or add in the future?
I would upgrade my sleeping bag in my pack probably. I have like a traditional rectangular sleeping bag, and I would probably upgrade it to what's the word I'm looking for? A quilt, a camping quilt. So it's it's not a blanket, but it attaches one side's flat and has no stuff in, because you attach it to your air mattress, and then you have a it's lighter and warmer. And to get next, I'll probably get a Garmin InReach for some of the bigger trails I want to do, because they're more remote and not as populous. So it's easy to have an InReach, which is an SOS machine. So I just press SOS if there's an emergency, and there's two-way satellite communications on some of them.
Okay, safety first.
Yep.
What kind of style of vlogging are you planning, and how often will you put a vlog out?
Vlog for video. Vlog. I'm like, I'm lost words. But I'm going to do it for how often? I'm going to try to put a video out every time I'm in town. And it's going to be probably a few days in one video. I know some people do it daily, but I'm not. I'm just going to do it as one flow of a few days. And the style I'm going to be doing is, well, there's going to be no pictures. All my pictures are going to be on Facebook or Instagram. So it's going to be pure video. And it'll probably be more like random stuff. Sceneries and me just talking. I'm going to try to be silly. Pretty much say what comes to my mind, like normal.
Okay, looking forward to following it. Who is Mutter's favorite?
Well, Mutter, that's my mother's favorite. It's dependent on the day, but most days it's the dog, Blue. Let's face it, it's Mom's favorite. He gets spoiled rotten.
Awesome. Lastly, Kyle, how can we support you and support Soldier On throughout your journey?
Well, to support Soldier On, you can send donate anytime or just thank a veteran. That always helps. But I'll leave in the description below. I'll leave a link to the fundraising page for my hike, and there you can donate and get a tax receipt. And all the proceeds go straight to Soldier On. I get none of it. It doesn't even touch my hands, and the money will be used to either run a camp or get grants out to soldiers that need them.
Awesome.
Well, thank you, Miranda.
Well, thanks for sharing all these awesome answers with us, Kyle. Looking forward to it.
So am I. Remember, everybody, happy trails.
Yeah.